Stuart, have you got somebody who's under 40 nearby who can help you?
Yeah.
Pardon, Andy.
I thought I was crap at technology, but bloody hell, Stu.
I tell you what, honestly, everyone else clicked on the government thing about getting this tax thing. Did it within minutes. Me and Tina, it's took us 3 hours.
Surprising.
Just let me know which one you want to get on. I'll get you on it within seconds.
There's a few people joining you. I think.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Dan as well, I think.
And Fiona, all right.
Hi, Fiona.
Right.
Hello.
Oh, here's my next customer. Sorry. Carry on now, just...
Well,
What do you do to... It should have a video there.
Yeah, it does have video, but Stuart.
Stuart, put your readers on, you'll better see it.
Why does it say on mine? Say Trolley mode. What's that about?
It says bell end. Yeah, you must have else as well at the same time.
It says I'm talking to a few bell ends, mainly Tim and what's his name? Sheridan.
That's fucking boring, that. If you get some fuck, then I'd sprag it the way you've done this one.
No, it's come down there.
Who are you with, Tim?
Yeah. You are?
Who are you with?
A proper joiner, told you.
Who's that? Kev?
Luke.
Luke?
And Luke knows how to operate Zoom.
Why is he building you a bar for you?
You are?
Is he building your bar for you?
What?
Yeah,
What phone are you
try
on?
and come here on Sunday.
Fun?
Abby, what phone are you on? Is it an iPhone or an Android?
Samsung.
A Samsung one, yeah? Does it have, on your phone, does it have stop and start video on it?
Yeah, if you tap it, it's on the bottom line.
You tap the screen and see if it's in the bottom. It says start video in the bottom.
Right next to the mute button.
Yeah, but it'll start a different sort of video.
What's he doing?
Electrocuting the net.
Dude, it's the wrong button.
Mute
You know.
yourself.
You what, there's going to be one big cheer when he finally comes on.
Hey, Gaz, there isn't. As soon as he comes on, I'm going to boot him.
Vinny, in all the weeks we've been doing this, we've never had somebody so special needs on this call, have we?
You what, mate?
Even Gunner Steve knows how to work this.
Ready? Powell.
Right, Jenna.
No, mate.
Guys, all right.
Yeah, found it. Yeah,
All right today, mate.
I was trying to chat to you the other day, Vinny. Powell. I was
When?
outside. I don't know if you were at home or not. I was outside chemist.
Oh, right. Oh, I didn't say it. Yeah, I'd have been in, I think.
You've got nowhere to go.
No, I only go shopping every other week.
Right, I was Bennett on you. What? Royley's not on either, is he?
He's now on as a different name, but he still can't see it.
Just, it's just still out there.
Just waiting for Tina.
And
To get to the.
where's Bennett gone?
What's on it?
I'm
Outside.
here.
It's Stewie B now.
Oh, I'll have to use a couple of the polls.
You're there in spirit, Stu, that's nice.
Can't see him. I'm going to have to flick through.
You won't be able to see
Don't see him. It's not got any video on me.
I think Royley's trying to get on.
Phone.
Hi, Stu.
All right, how are you doing?
Right, Stu.
That sounds so nice.
Gonna get
I do like this new and improved Stuart Bennett.
Are you having a drink yet?
It's our four, mate.
Can. No, what, are you getting them in, Stu?
He'll say yes to that now, Martin. Now he knows he can't.
Picture of like the man.
Out of the float.
You can't find the
I'll
video.
get the first round in.
These all you're asking, Stu. Yeah, I'll have one with you.
Wait for Chuff and Tina to come back, and then we can start. I think, can't we?
Yeah. I'll. Should I say a few words, and you can all listen to me waffle on for a bit, and then we'll have a toast. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'll let you know when to come back. I know, because I can see everyone. Me.
I can't see everybody.
Chuff's back. We're just waiting for tea.
Yeah. Vinny, yes, we are waiting for Dan Royal, but
Abby, very big, lovely.
Don't know if he's joined on. Tell you what, I'll just go for a piss and then I'll.
That's what go.
Which door?
Which door?
Door. What are you going on? Hell day, where are you going? Middlewich Road?
What's Chuck on now? Meeting in the kitchen.
Joe,
Yeah?
tap on your screen, then look at the bottom and it'll say start video.
It doesn't say that on it.
It's a camera
It
button,
says,
like a film
it says
camera.
the video has stopped.
Screenshot of your screen and then put it in the chat. And then someone might know what button you have to press.
Stu, did you buy this phone from Del Boy?
He must have a Nokia 3310 or something.
You have to send him texts, Phil.
Stu, what does it say if you tap on the screen?
I'm a dickhead, probably.
That's one.
You don't. Stu, are you better at join?
You're going to get about 100 quid.
You can figure out how to watch porn, but you can't figure out how to put his own video on his own phone.
Can't remember that. So it's
when
just
you
back up now.
Tintin look.
Oh, my hair was on, but Sheridan's got an ice gem top.
That is Tintin, isn't it? It's the Irish Tintin.
Hey! It's gin with yeah.
Nice jam.
I'm saying.
You've got to get the digs in. He's too far away to do anything about
can't
it.
hit you for a minute.
Don't you worry, kid, I know where you live.
Gaz, you got that. One phone call. Phil will solve your problem.
So,
Yeah. Hey, there's a thought. Yeah, I might take him up on that.
Big Dog just texted me just to say he can't make it on, but he said pass my regards on to Kenny.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Well, it looks like Rolly's not joining, doesn't it? He probably can't get on.
I know Si said he would try and join us, but he was busy. You know, he had a lot of stuff to do. So Abby's dad said he'd try and join us if he could.
Yeah, host my mum.
Right. Okay.
Might not be on, to be honest.
Should we crack on?
Yeah.
You lead it.
yeah, go ahead.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably say a few words. I might waffle on a little bit, and I'll say, raise a toast to my dad and stuff. To be fair, I didn't really want to do this, but Vinny kindly suggested we should do it. These things are about having a bit of fun, taking the piss, having the banter and all that. But I think Andy said something last night that sort of struck home a little bit. It is all about getting together, friends and all that, as we would normally be in the pub, and probably sharing things and stuff on these things. So I thought, yeah, Vinny, it's probably a good idea, mate. So thanks for sorting it out. Today was amazing. The amount of people that lie in the streets, my mum was just touched, unbelievable. It was incredible, the amount of people that were there, really. It touched us all. We went to the funeral. I'll say a few words. If I'm waffling, just tell me to shut the fuck up. But, yeah, amazing driving down Middlewich Road and off Wentworth Close today. The amount of people that were there, it was just unreal. The funeral inside the crematorium was difficult because you're only allowed 10 people, and we had to exclude quite a few people from that, which was difficult, but it was nice. Very different, and I'm sure pretty much everybody on here and a lot more people would have been there because my old fella was a seriously popular guy. Really nice ceremony, nice songs. We walked into Top Gun, which was amazing. He loved that film and the theme tune from it and all that. So we walked into that. We couldn't have a vicar. We couldn't dress him how we wanted to dress him. But it was a lovely service, and there was quite a few people outside afterwards, which was really nice. One thing that I sort of took from all of this is it's not just about Big Al today. I think whilst I'm waffling a little bit, is perhaps you all think about people, family, friends that you've all loved and lost, and just reflect on that whilst I'm waffling a little bit. It's not just about Big Al and our family today. It's about, in this weird situation that we find ourselves in, about everybody else as well and people that we've loved and lost. Just a quick one. Been working with Brian and Stu, which I'm grateful for. Stu, you know that. I don't know if you're here or not. I can't see you, but we had the opportunity to go and see my dad on Wednesday, and unfortunately, with this situation we find ourselves in, normally, I think in normal circumstances, you can just sort of come and go. Family can come and go, so on and so as you please, to see their loved ones, so on and so forth, in the Chapel of Rests. We couldn't do that, unfortunately. We had to book an appointment. Well, my dad was brought to the Chapel of Rest at Davenham on Hertford Road on Wednesday, I think it was, and I was working literally around the corner, and it felt a bit weird. My mum wasn't really wanting to do it. It's everyone's personal choice, I suppose, and then you'll all know how you feel about these things. My brother sadly lost his wife 10 years ago, and he did it and didn't take anything from it, so he was really unsure. I was unsure, but then I thought, if I don't do it, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. So I made the decision that I wanted to do it, and I got it in my head that I wanted to do it, although we had to book an appointment for 1 o'clock on Wednesday, which was a bit weird because I literally walked round the corner, all my scruffs covered in some sand and cement. And as I walked around the corner towards a little chapel, our kid walked around the opposite corner. We were sort of facing each other, and it felt a bit weird, but I felt relief that somebody was there with me. I'm not being a wuss or anything like that, but it just felt, I felt a little bit of relief that he was there with me. So we went in, and Kim, the funeral director, was a lovely guy. Yeah, we had a few words with him. Then there was a knock at the door, and my mum turned up. So it was really nice that all three of us were there, and sort of sat there. I think, Chuff, you've told me about this before. Sadly, you've been in that little chapel as well, I think you said. And it's a nice little sofas and stuff like that. And we just sat there and we had a nice chat with a guy. And he just, there's two doors. And he said, your dad's in this door here. And I just can remember staring at the door, thinking, shit, I really don't know what to do. So and I looked at my mum and I looked at our kid, and we all were sort of staring at this door, and it was weird. And we just all looked at him, so I said, like, come on, let's go in. And we're all at a distance, and we walked in, and wow. And I'm sure a lot of us, all of us, have been through this before, but it's the first time I've ever done it. And I thought, I've got to do it. You know, we've all had grandmas, granddads, family members and stuff like that we've sadly lost. But I needed to do it for my dad because I thought I'd regret it for the rest of my life if I didn't do it. So we all walked in at a distance, which was really weird. You just want to give your mum and your brother and your family a big hug, and you know what I mean? But we sort of stood there looking at him. And the last time I saw my dad was standing on the front lawn through the window when they let him out. And I was pretty angry about it, to be honest, when they let him out, because He couldn't walk. He couldn't speak. He could barely lift his head up and open his eyes. I can remember I was tapping on the window. My mum said, "Well, Dave's here." And he could just about lift his head and his hands up and open his eyes to wave to me. And he looked bloody awful, if I'm honest. And I was angry for a day or so, and then obviously he went back in and he sadly passed away. And I sort of had it in my head then, I know why they let him out. They let him out to see my mum. They've been together for, I can't remember how long it was now, 58 years or longer than that, I can't remember. And I was wondering what I was going to be faced with, but he looked amazing. He was sat there. We couldn't give him any clothes because of what's going on at the minute. And he was in this silk robe. And I had a nice chat to him. And it'll go to my grave what my mum said whilst all three of us in there. And it was just amazing what she said. Whilst all three of us were there. And then we all had a little bit of time with him. I had a good chat with him. Said my goodbyes. And that's helped, to be honest. But the weirdest thing is, the robe that he was in was city blue. And I thought to myself, if you bloody cursing me, Dad will, because it was city blue, this robe. And I thought to myself, he's going to be absolutely cursing up there. But anyway, it was so nice. And that sort of cleared the air and gave a little bit of closure on a difficult time that we're facing at the minute and a difficult time that the family's facing. But it was nice. So today was a lovely day. I thank everybody for being on the road here, being on this call tonight. So grab your glasses. This is to my dad, a wonderful guy, a fantastic dad, a best mate, and an all-round fantastic guy. Cheers, Al. Cheers, Al.
Well.
See you.
Well done, mate.
Guys.
Well said, Dave.
Cheers, well. Let's go and get a drink.
Right, who's got the tissues? Oh, that big stuff.
I've got a tea towel.
Bloody hell, Claire, how much are you crying?
Oh.
Who's got the tissue? That'll be job.
Why, mate?
All right. I've used my tissues.
Oh, man.
Tell you
I
what.
got-
Just in time.
I know. Do you know what? I got held up, but I kind of timed it pretty bang on.
Oh, dear.
Hard. Good
At least you
speech,
didn't
though.
come on shouting, Chris, like, "Hey up, guys!"
No, I was trying to get the fucking audio sorted.
You know, you're the audio and that's the video.
I think you've got it fucking sorted now, then.
Nice to see so many standing, clapping for him. It's lovely.
He's one of the nicest men I've ever met.
Yeah.
He always
Yeah.
remembers everybody's name. Everybody's name, he remembered that. That's what stands out for me about Al. He always remembers his name. And some people don't, you know, and you know, he wouldn't, even when he didn't see you for a long time, he'd remember who you were, and you know what I mean? And I know, because you have known me as long as you guys, a lot of you guys on there, you know.
Absolute top bloke, legend. Yeah, absolute diamond. Yeah.
There's not many like him. He broke the mould.
Do you know what? It's just a little thing. Well, he's like just going into the pub, even when he wasn't feeling his best, he still asked to go on his seat. Do you know, that's that one little thing that I'll remember. Just an absolute heart of gold. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
Say about though. Absolutely love kids as well. Love kids. Mia was heartbroken when she found out. Absolutely heartbroken. She cried for 2 days thinking about him. She said that she'd seen a robin and she thought he was his spiritual animal, which I thought was quite cute. But yeah absolute top geezer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the old, but he always asked how everyone else was. Always asked. When I wasn't well, he always asked how I was, even though he was sick.
Yeah.
So caring.
Well, he taught me a lot in the 90s, but what he's taught me this last couple of weeks is I better go and make sure that I don't get a bloody City Blue. You know that?
You've got your Chelsea blue top on tonight.
Yeah, this is the old night.
There's a lot of
I'm
blue
nearly
on here
shitey
tonight,
blue in your bag.
What was that?
I said, if you're coming in shitey blue, you're bad.
Oh, great. Going from strength to strength.
Well, hard at the minute, aren't we?
I'll step in time on you. I'm getting some dirty looks with people walking past here, you know, with the doors open, and I've got a bloody big gin in my hand, and I'm getting some stinky looks.
You've got a big gin in your hand, and you've got a load of people turning around and chatting. It probably sounds like the pub's full.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, last time I did it, the people in the cottages reported me and sent the police.